This is what she said in Kibeho, in Rwanda. When I show myself to someone and talk to them, I want to turn to the whole world. If I am now turning to the parish of Kibeho, it does not mean I'm concerned only for Kibeho or for the whole of Africa. I'm concerned with and am turning to the whole world. So the messages, even if they are individual messages, they are really for the whole world. It is really for all of us. And now I'm about to end. Okay? What does the Blessed Mother, what does Mary want to tell us? Just remember two things. Number one, to pray the Rosary for peace, for conversion of sinners, for the Pope, for bishops, for priests. Pray the Rosary. And number two, repent and return to the sacrament of reconciliation. Everything else, consecration, First Saturdays, all those things, is only about these two things. To pray and to repent. Dalawang bagay lang. All through the centuries of Mary's apparitions, she has always been saying the same thing. To pray and to repent. But the difference is, during our times, there is so much urgency in her voice. There's so much urgency in the way she says it. Meaning, kailangan na talaga. In Naval, she says, pray always because so many souls will be lost. Turn back, turn back. Fatima, she says, pray very much the prayers of the Rosary. I alone am able still to save you from the calamities which approach. Those who place their confidence in me will be saved. In Argentina, 1984, she said, many hearts do not accept my invitation to prayer and to conversion. That is why the work of the devil is growing and expanding. In Britannia, she says, no matter how difficult it is, there is nothing that cannot be resolved by the prayer of the Holy Rosary. Nothing. Finally, the only arms which will remain for you will be the Rosary. This is in Rwanda, Kibeho, 1980. Pray the Rosary zealously. This was in Medjugorje. So we now summarize. You know, Kibeho is in Rwanda. Our Blessed Mother started appearing there in 1981. And unlike other places, millions were going to the apparition site on the first year of the apparition. Millions. What was happening in Kibeho was broadcast in all the radios, in all the TVs at that time. Everybody knew. The president and the family of the president have been going to Kibeho many, many times. But in August 15, 1985, our Blessed Mother cried and said, why do I continue coming here and you're not doing what I tell you to do? And then she showed the visionaries something that will happen to the country. The genocide. Children saw rivers of headless bodies, piles of bodies, mounds of bodies. And finally, when the genocide erupted, we're talking about, it's like in the Philippines, mga Ilonggo versus mga Cebuano. Ganun lang yun. Ganun na nangyari doon. Ganun. Killing neighbors, killing in-laws. And not just shooting them, but using the machete. You know, when the Hutus came into power, they started to kill the Tutsis. Something like 25,000 Tutsis took refuge in Kibeho. They were all killed. took refuge in the sanctuary of the Blessed Mother. All killed. But then the Tutsi came into power. Mga Hutus naman took refuge also in the sanctuary of our Blessed Mother. 40,000 of them, all killed. All killed. Blessed Mother told them, 1985, why are you not listening? Why are you not listening to what I'm saying? From 1990 until 1992, 2 million killed. So, what does Mary look like? Indescribable beauty and gentleness. Okay? How do we know that it is really Mary? The Blessed Mother introduces herself. And then the Blessed Mother helps people. There were always conversions and healing happening. Does Mary always dress the same way? The Blessed Mother dresses according to the culture or in a generic way. Okay? Acknowledging the people, going down to their level. Does Mary always speak the same language? The Blessed Mother always speaks the language of the visionary. We're talking about signs of a true vision. Who does the Blessed Mary appear to? Poor and simple, whether they're young or old. How has seeing Mary impacted the lives of the visionaries? Not all of them became saints, but they all have a strong devotion to her. And none of them ever, it has never happened that under pressure, any of the visionaries, they say, oh, sige na nga, hindi ko nakita Blessed Mother. None of them remained. They were so convinced. Why does Mary come? To give messages to individuals and to the world. What does Mary want to tell us? To pray and to return to her Son. Now, I opened this talk with the question, why is her many apparitions a cause of disturbance? This is the reason why the many apparitions of the Blessed Mother and continuing is disturbing. Why? Number one, because this many apparitions indicates the urgent situation of the world. It's bad. Bakit nagwawala ang isang nanay? Diba? Bakit worried ang isang nanay? Pag maganda ang lahat, hindi pag pangit. Diba? Sobrang pangit. This mother is kind of frantic. Number two, to remind us that the bad situation has really bad consequences. Okay, di bad, di really, no. There are terrible consequences. For the good and the bad, there will be terrible consequences for everybody. Not for the sinners. Not for those who do not believe. It's for everybody. And number three, why is it disturbing? Why does she continue to appear? It's because we have not acted upon her call. Hindi ginagawa ang pinagagawa niya. Hindi nangyayari. Kaya ang dami-dami. You see all those dots in the world map? Kaya ang dami-dami. Kasi sa kabila ng ginagawa niya, hindi sinusunod. And number four, these many apparitions of the Blessed Mother is disturbing because praying of the Rosary is not done or is not done well. Beautiful. Remember when Jacinta and Lucia saw the Blessed Mother in Fatima, Francisco could not see and he was wondering why. And then a Blessed Mother said, well, could not see. And then when they asked, will we go to heaven? Yes, you will go to heaven. What about you? Lucia? Yes, you will go to heaven. And then Francisco asked the Blessed Mother whether I will go to heaven. And the Blessed Mother did not answer. And so Francisco started to cry. Awas kung basta man said, you have to pray your rosary well. Hindi niya sinabing, go to Mass every day, with your parents, or pray the rosary well. And he took it seriously. He took it seriously every waking hour. Pray the rosary. But there's a fifth reason why the Blessed Mother is always coming. Because she is a mother and she has not and will not give up on us, her children. Kaya naman ang dami, she will not give up. Hindi niya tayo papapaya. Hindi niya tayo, she will not despair about us. This is a picture taken by a photographer in Medjugorje when the missionaries were looking at that side, so he took that picture. At ito yung lumabas na picture. Ito yung lumabas sa camera. Of course, the Blessed Mother said, in the end, my Immaculate Heart will triumph. So, our Blessed Mother will not lose. Final word. Never will anyone who says his rosary every day be led astray. This is a statement that I would gladly sign with my blood. Kaya yun ang sinabi niya kay Francisco, pray the rosary. She will never, because everything else will follow. Our Blessed Mother will do things already. This is from St. Louis de Montfort. As we play this song again, I'd like you to absorb what you've heard and make your own resolution. Why is the apparitions of the Blessed Mother disturbing? Because we're not praying the rosary. Or not praying well. I would ask you, if you will be marooned in an island sa Kalaan, who do you want to be with you so that you're assured of being saved? Sino gusto mong kasama sa island na yun para sigurado hahanapin ka nila? Alam mo, naisip ko, I will be marooned in an island. It's enough for me to have a rosary in my pocket. Sa akin, it's enough. Pwede lang mangyari ano. Thank you very much for coming. I will just give you the blessing of Mary. The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
In the intercession of our Blessed Mother, may you draw closer and closer to your Son. May you imitate her most beautiful virtue of humility. And may you, like her, be people who serve. May the Blessed Mother protect your families. May the Blessed Mother dispel from your homes whatever is not pleasing to her Son. Instead, may the Blessed Mother fill your hearts with her love, peace, and joy. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Amen. Go around with the holy water. And you make the sign of the cross. Postscript. You should feel very uneasy when you leave the house and you don't have a rosary in your pocket. Always be there. My father, dala-dala ko nga, di ko naman dinadasal. You know, every time you hold the rosary, you're holding the hand of the Blessed Mother. You're holding her hand. It should be under your pillow and you hold it. It should be, ay naku, Diyos ko. Everywhere you go, hawak mo yung kamay niya. Why? We're all getting old. Kailangan may hawak tayo. Every time you hold the rosary, you're holding the hand of the Blessed Mother. So it's so nice when you're in bed, you're holding her. Good evening and good night.
Thank you, Father.